Dark Souls isn't for everyone. Some people resent the idea of dying a lot. Some people don't enjoy a challenge. Some people have the motor skills of a banana, etc. I was bored, so I took to the rancid depths of the internet to trawl through some reviews of the series from these poor lost hollows. These are their stories. It's the original. It's the one that kicked it all off, if you don't count Demon Souls. It's the one that set the standard for difficult games, if you don't count Demon Souls. But what do you guys out there think? Well, let's kick things off with Sean Harvin, who took to Google to say, "Worst RPG ever made, all enemies are twice as strong as you, just happy I only paid $20 for it." This is indeed a good point, Sean. Why are all these enemies twice as strong as you when they're all giant undead knights and miniature dragons and ancient sorcerers, while you're basically beef jerky trying to spank them with a twig? It's baffling. I don't understand why you don't start the game being able to tank 30 sword swipes in a row from a literal god either. Alberto, also on Google, has this to add. "I like games that are difficult for his difficulty, not because you have to play them with one hand tied behind your back while jumping." Now, I have to confess that I've been playing Dark Souls all wrong. You see, what I do is I just sit calmly down in front of my PlayStation, comfortably gripping my controller with both hands untied. I see now what an absolute fool I have been. Our pal Al is also keen to stress that is even a poorest game than Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, Pokemon Sword and Shield is probably the second worst game ever made. Even worse than My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, or, you know, one of those COD games with all the space guns and shit. Which means Dark Souls, the first, is a definite candidate for even poorest game of all time. Now, you may disagree with the previous criticisms of this game, but Steam user Cridley has an incontestable point to make, as he highlights the fact that this game is extremely bestial phobic and does not let me have sex with Frampt. It's worth noting at this point that Cridley has put 172.5 hours into the game, of which presumably at least 160 were spent trying to sex up Frampt. Still, I feel your pain, bro. I was personally extremely upset when Solaire didn't even try and grab my bulge inappropriately at Anor Londo. And what is even the point of mimics if they're not going to use that God-given tongue of theirs to eat my ass cleaner than a toilet seat in a 5-star hotel? In fact, fuck this stupid game. I'm off to search for some Frampt-related Rule 34. In a bit. Amazingly enough, this was the game I found the fewest 1-star reviews of, so you can stick your DS2 bad memes where the praise the sun don't shine. Or just send them to me, I'll probably still laugh at them. Now, that's not to say that nobody had anything to say about the game though. The boy called Sam, for instance, crawled aboard Jeff Bezos' world-devouring shopping behemoth, Amazon, to tell us that "I like a challenge, but right off the bat, without any way to defend yourself or dodge, you face a creature that will kill you in one attack, and you cannot evade it or get away when it is about to attack." I see what happened there, Sam lad. What you did was you accidentally bought the standard edition of the game, which has no movement controls or dodge button. If you're a filthy casual like me, and let's be honest here, you probably are, you should have bought the special edition, Scholar of the First Dodge Roll, where your character moves when you push the analog stick and dodges when you press the dodge button. I know, it's an easy mistake to make. Did you know that in the special edition, you even get to have a weapon and a shield? It's fucking mind-blowing stuff. Jay Hart also let the world of Amazon know his deepest feelings about the game, stating, "There was no disc." One person actually fucking found this helpful. And no, it wasn't me. Over on Steam, meanwhile, iFanny, who put a healthy 42.7 hours into the game, says, "I hate this game, thank God it's over." And I have to respect the opinion of anyone hardcore enough to hate a game, but still play it for over 40 hours. time that could have been better spent masturbating. Practice Mal MD was extremely disappointed that the product they ordered called Dark Souls 2 was, in fact, Dark Souls 2, and not Kirby's Epic Yarn, as had never been advertised. So they got a refund on it after a mere 2.8 hours of running around wondering why they haven't even seen Kirby yet. But, all that said, the final word on this game comes from another Steam user, I Know, who sums up all our feelings in 2 simple words. Frigid outskirts. Go and sit in the corner, Dark Souls 2, and think about what you've done. Is it a natural evolution for the series with improved combat mechanics and the best boss fights to date? Or is it a cheap bit of linear fan service that isn't fit to swallow the hairy interconnected scrotum of DS1? Well, let's take to the internet to find out. First stop, Google, where user Mike Champ opens up the proceedings by pointing out that
it's terrible you can't kill the first boss, Dark Souls 1 is better.
No mate, you can't kill the first boss. I can kill the first boss with one hand tied behind my back while jumping, just like that guy earlier said. I can kill the first boss while swimming the width of the Atlantic Ocean, being chased by sharks with laser beams on their heads. I can kill the first boss using a single Lego brick as a controller. I can kill the first boss while literally being dead. A diseased pigeon with raisins instead of eyes could kill the first boss. Get good, scrub. Cody Offord, meanwhile, laments the fact that he can't be T. Aldrich Head. Sad face. 6 people found this helpful. Jason McMahon clearly doesn't mince his words and spells out what we were all really thinking when he says, "Bad game, it is the worst game, I hate this game, Fortnite is better." You do make some wonderful points there, Jason, especially when you say bad game and it's the worst game. However, I feel like it's slightly unfair to compare it to Fortnite, which is clearly the greatest game ever made, ever. Right? Moving on. Now, some reviews, such as the ones I've just read, aim to hit the short and sweet mark, but occasionally, a brave and heroic soul steps into the breach to write a hard-hitting, detailed essay on the game for the benefit of the rest of us illiterate losers. Such as Steam user Wen, who says, "Ethan, you are a borderline 7 hearts and I really don't know how I couldn't trust you after so long, but I have trusted people like Stone and Space so much more. They were also actually nice to me. I know you haven't heard of that, but it's not like you're ever going to bother to learn what anything is because you are just someone that backstabs people constantly and I don't understand why you refuse to improve yourself. You are a selfish 4 hearts and I'm going to take your advice. Unblock you. 4 hearts you, Ethan." Well, that really did get right to the meat of the sandwich. Perfect review. I give it 5 hearts out of 7. It's only fair though that I leave the final word to Steam user Autopath, who has a suitably chunky 122 hours in the game, and succinctly sums up the whole community's collective grief when he says, "Staggered by a naked man punching me while in Havels." We all feel your pain here, mate. Here you go, have a plim plim plom to make you feel a little better. Well, that was fun. I might have to do this again at some point. If you guys enjoyed it, please drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you all next time for some more. Peace.